So guys, let's continue the part 2 of the 9-inch Volkswagen Octa Core navigation, and let's park this car. Let's see how is the camera, how it's in darkness. We're in an underground parking. So guys, let's park this car, and in my back is not completely darkness, but it's dark, and the camera is looking awesome. The brightness, I'm referring strictly to the exposure. It's 0.01 lux, I think. It's a little bit foggy because it's in this underground parking. It's a warm temperature, and outside it's minus. So in this section, guys, we have more light. Let's see, I'm going to park it there. There is a light. In this case, we have a light. So let's see how is the exposure, the brightness. And I believe that the exposure, it's awesome. The detail, it's not a HD. It's 720 by 558. I'm trying to get close to the wall as I can. So my parking sensors tells me that I'm at the limit, and I can still see a little bit here the wall. So yes, guys, I still have some distance. I was right. I can approach a little bit the wall. So okay, guys, next we'll do a parking in the daylight, and let's do a sideways parking. So my sensors are telling me not to go further, but when you have a rear view camera, and this is nice, you can go to the extreme. I meaning, I know that I can approach to maximum, and let's see. I think this is maximum that I can approach to the car behind me. And yes, it's very close, but it's okay. I still have, I don't know, 10 centimeters or so between the cars. Now guys, see how nice it looks. It has these glossy edges. The radio, it's working. I made the testing to all of it. I'm very happy that I was able to keep my GPS antenna. This is a very good thing. I'm very happy about this. Now guys, let's go and see how is the menu, how is this new navigation. The GPS, guys, I used a program called GPS test, and the GPS test, I have an accuracy of 2 meters. I have 12 GPS satellites that are in use, 11. So they are very powerful. So now guys, let's see the menu of the navigation. First, you have a dot here that you can put it wherever you want in the screen, and this dot will help you for the full screen application, giving it back button if you don't have this button, and accelerate settings. You have some shortcuts here. Okay, into the device. It wouldn't be great if I can put my my phone into giving the internet and tethering through the USB, but it's not possible. You can tether if you have, for example, in the USB port 3G or 4G modem. You can give internet to other devices by USB or by Bluetooth tethering, but you cannot tether. To connect to the internet, you got to use a modem or the Wi-Fi, the built-in Wi-Fi. At the display, we have the brightness level, and we have 2 brightness light for the day and for the night, and it will automatically switch the wallpaper. You can put a live wallpaper. The auto black screen, if you don't like, I don't know, if you want a black screen at night, if it bothers you, can put whatever you want to switch it. And here it's an interesting choice. If you see, it tells me how is the internet transfer. Okay, the sound. The sound, we have a loud option, we have a keypad tone that it's very annoying, it's very powerful. They had to put a low and high tone for the keypad tone. Or a vibration, why not to put drawing vibration wherever you touch a button to get a feedback response. The equalizer, which you can put it whatever you want, to standard, rock, classic, and you can put to the driver. I showed you when we inserted this navigation. So press any key to start. I don't know what is this because it's all automatically starting by can command. When you turn on your keyword, press your power ignition button. The brake for video remotion, if you don't want someone to be able to use I don't know, video clips or YouTube, you have to click this, and when the car senses you drive, it won't let you watch the images. Guys, please be careful on the roads, please be careful with the live feeds and making live on Facebook when especially when you drive. Be careful with this navigation bit because it will take your attention immediately and you can make a crash, an accident. Be careful, especially when you have childs, or be careful when you use your family, when you are, it doesn't matter who is in your car, be careful when you are driving. The auto start navigation is interesting because I put it wait, I want to automatically start, and if you don't have a software, you can put auto start in Google Play and you tell auto start what application you want to start them when the navigation boots up. Okay, we have the timer, the Fahrenheit and Celsius display, the mirror view. You can reverse your image or from the back camera. You can mute audio when reversing, but I recommend you to dim the sound. You have here to dim the sound reduction when reversing, and dim it to the 10% or even less, because it's very important if you have parking sensors or you don't have parking sensors to be concentrated and focused on your making the reverse turning. So when you reverse your car, so you have the default volume switch, and the default volume switch is at you have to boot default boot volume and put it as little as you can, especially when you have a starting car. I have, for example, I can control my car and start my car from the phone, which is interesting. And if this navigation will start to boot up, you can make clubbing on the street, let's say. Okay, you have the steering wheel settings. You can program your buttons, and I'm interested to program my mute button into voice command button. You have a lantern, or I don't know what this is, this function. It's for I don't know. I think it will make your screen powerful. It will give 100% power to view in your car, but you have lights in your car. On the dashboard, you can use the lights, for example, but it's a useful feature, I think, for someone. The navigation application, you can set it for now. I will put maps, but I will change it to Waze. The original player, I will uninstall it because the original player sees all the information. This is, and you cannot, it automatically search on your entire navigation. You cannot go up from this directory. Yes, in the Maxi.dot it doesn't give me the name of the track. For example, this track is DA10, and it doesn't give me. This is a kind of a problem that so let's see, pedestrian crossing. If you can see, it gives you some talk information, some number is the number of the track. from the directory from 217 is 232. That is the problem. From now I will get back to you if I will succeed to give me the navigation on the Maxi-Dot, the track name. Where were we? Okay, map data copy, and if you want to copy, I think to iGo, and the driver's doors position. If you haven't the steering wheel on the left side and you have it on the right side, you can switch to the left from the left and right. You have two launchers. For example, you can put Google Play launcher if you don't like this launcher, but it's good. I like that it's very fast. This is the CPU, you know, but it's good, it's intuitive. I like the icons. I recommend you to leave it like the producer gave it, because you will not have errors. You have a screen lock. I don't recommend you to put a screen lock to this navigation. You have the mode, you can put a high accuracy, but leave it to device only, because this does consume this much power. Guys, I gotta tell you, do not put a lot of application. Do not load up this navigation, because it will not work as good and as fast you want it to work. So put as few applications as you can. We have two languages. We can add more language. You can put a mouse or a keyboard if you like. Okay, the Google settings is the Google account. You have the backup and reset, and other accounts. Okay, the date and time, you can put automatically by network provider. If you have, for example, a modem, it will recognize your time, 4G SIM card with a modem, because it doesn't have a slot for the SIM card. The accessibility, you can enlarge up the display in after and other stuff, and the developer, you got to have code. Now guys, if you want to change the logo or other features, you got to go to the factory, and the code is 3368, and after you put 3368, it would automatically come in here in this menu. The sleep mode, when the power is off. Guys, to have a confirmation that the navigation is really turning off and it doesn't consume a battery, when you take your key out of your ignition, first it use the USB ports, put a light, or put the phone. Put your phone at charging for this port. When you take out the ignition, in 30 seconds the USBs must turn off. Put a light, LED light with USB, or put your phone. Then put your key in the ignition, and when you turn the key, the navigation must boot up with the Volkswagen logo, the Android 8 logo. If this will not happen, go in settings. I had this small problem. Go in settings and go at let's see, car model. For example, now I put the Golf 7 and I inserted to the XP high. The Canbus is not important. If you'll not find your car, like I'm not finding mine here, go and make these settings, put whatever you want, give it apply, the navigation will reboot, and then go at all. If with the all option the steering wheel worked and the navigation give you some information on the Maxi-Dot, put the all back. Now when you put all back, the navigation will reboot, and then go and turn off the sleeping mode again. You will see that the navigation has the touching sound, that annoying touching sound here in the sound. Go make those changes again, and then now we have a USB LED. My key is out of the ignition, and in 30 seconds the navigation must turn off all the lights in the USBs, and you will see if it's booting then. Okay, the lights is off, automatically off. let's put the key into the ignition and it must boot up. And we have a success. You have the reverse line, parking line. When you pull to the right side of the steering wheel, the right, these lines will go to the right. When you pull to the left, it will go to the left. It's logical. It can work with a 4G external modem, so kick it to 1. You have some MCU panel key. As installed from the unknown sources, the door lock. The door lock, I don't know what is this door lock interference. You have some other automatic start and stop. The AC, the climatronic information, the door on and off, the DVD update, you can make updates. You have an amplifier. You have the system special informations and the boot screen logo. And now you can choose the logo, for example, car mark. Successfully, this is the Volkswagen Eos. We have a balance, a USB protocol and TV type. There's no TV. You can make a calibration to the display, saturation, contrast, brightness. It's very good, this feature. And Bluetooth microphone sensitivity, you can put it to the high sensitivity. I recommend you to leave it just like this. Hello, how can you hear me?
Good.
I'm using the internal mic of the navigation. I just installed to the car the new Octa Core navigation from Joing, and I'm making a test.
Very well.
Okay, see you, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So the internal mic runs and the person can hear me good. As I can push 2 times the Bluetooth button or the phone button on the steering wheel, and it would automatically dial the last person you have talked to. To pair your phone on this navigation, you got to go to this button, Bluetooth button. You have to go at link after you change your, for example, the password, the connection password, and scan your phone. I didn't succeed scanning from my phone the Octa Core navigation, so I was scanning from the Octa Core and made possible the pairing with my phone. So I made the pairing. Let's go back on the desktop and see the Bluetooth music. The Bluetooth music works good. You got to have some volume to play from power amp, for example. Well, I'm very curious if the voice commands or the steering wheel's buttons go. So I will put, okay, the volume button works. The next button works, but it's unknown. Oh, okay, the title is working also. In the maxi dot of my car it says other media, so it doesn't recognize these tracks. Okay, now let's see the voice commands, and the voice commands are not working. It's just mute button. So this is a shame. I was hoping I was having some voice commands, but I got to go and find an application. 2 taps of this button or holding this button, maybe we'll put the assistant, and I will make the assistant for the voice commands of the steering wheel. So it'd be great if I can succeed with USB tethering, but I don't believe I can succeed in giving through USB to this navigation internet by using just my mobile device. I can't seem to work with this USB tethering. This function is when you have a 3G or 4G modem and you want to give to other devices. We have a touch assist setup. We have a display button. I think the yes is this button. It starts automatically. You can adjust button size and other features here. So the climatronic controls are showing you we have two auto features, and it's displaying very beautiful here the climatronic controls. You got to push the physical buttons. Okay, so let's see, let's put some more degrees. Little the okay, it works even with take the commands through CAN, even with the heating seats, the both seats. In the climatronic, you will have, if you see these arrows, it will show you what is the direction of the wind. And here you have an automatic function or AQS function for the recirculation of the air. In other features, guys, you have to organize yourself the radio, the I don't know, the icons. You can put a lot of features. You even have you can put an auxiliary. You have inputs on the back of the navigation, or you can put yourself, if you have a thermal cam or something like this in the front of your car, and you have an input for the front camera, and you have this info that it's very good. It's let me put my seatbelt. I have look, it changes the status. I have the outside temperature, the handbrake if it's on, the cleaning liquid, the engine rotations per minute, the current speed, and the battery voltage. I want to show you another thing. In the settings of this dot, you can put the settings and you can put the black screen. Okay, you can put the brightness, you can set up the brightness from day and from night. You can switch between the brightness of day and night mode. You have the volume, but I recommend you using this volume icon. You have some instructions, and I'm curious at the instruction of the steering wheel. Learning steering wheel buttons. For steering wheel with car keys, you can support so after we made the update, guys, let's see how the navigation works. But sincerely, I didn't feel anything. At about device, we have the Android 8.0.0. I was hoping to be a better Android. I was hoping to gain more speed at booting, for example, to be more rapidly and in booting. It changed the build number, some, I don't know, some other bugs that I didn't discover by now. I found out how the Bluetooth, you can put it in the bar or minimize it. Simply, if you are in Bluetooth mode, for example, and you are in a call with someone, let's pretend we are in a call. The manufacturer tells us to press the back button twice rapidly, but this is not the button. You have to press the home button twice rapidly. It will minimize the window, and this is it. You can use the navigation without a problem. The steering wheel button is the same. It's fluctuating the volume when you kick it to the high or to the low, and it's not very rapidly. You have to hold it, and I sense that it's more rapidly than the previous firmware. I didn't measure with anything the time, so it's just my impression. It's the first impression. The icons are the same. I was having problem with the sound in the right speakers, in the rear, the rear speakers. I was having problems with them. So what I did wrong is that I put it the navi application. I put it, for example, power amp. And this is not good because it starts power amp very rapidly. When it starts navigation, you will start a power amp, but I don't know why it will bring the power amp only to the front speakers. So this is not good. I installed a program that is called Auto Start, that is working very hard. It loads up the long time, the application. I put the power amp first and the way second, and this is how I load my auto load my applications. Stick around, subscribe that button.